Anyway, welcome to the Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club, the ARDC Grant Weekly Update for Monday, January 5th, 2025. And today we'll talk a little, oh, he's not here yet. Andrew, hopefully will be able to join us tonight. If not, we'll catch up with him later, but we'll talk about All-Star No. Oh, well, Al is here. Okay, excellent. We'll talk about All-Star Nodes, the details there. The repeater build at Starbase 5. Okay. Antenna installation company. There's a bunch of stuff. This FirstNet thing with the Civil Air Patrol, cable makers, Oakland University update, grant spending update, which I don't have a lot of information on, and rack layout, and of course, anything anybody else can bring up. And I know people have brought up other things, and I somehow I remember they being there, and just please let me know where we go from here. All right. Anyway, so so let me just say who's here. So John, WATOY, Joe, WB8ADX, Len, AD8FK, Les, KF8UU, Hugh, KE8BED, Mark, W8MAF, and Mark, okay, KB8UNX, and the ever so popular K8ALH. So let me just push all the right buttons here. So, Al, are you there, Al?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for the inspiration to track all this down, and John too, WATOY. So this is where we currently stand. Do I need to do something here? I just copied and pasted. Um, so we're almost there. Who wrote this? Somebody wrote this to me. Um,
I copy and pasted your email to me, and that was at the bottom.
oh, so
If you
that's it.
scroll
Yeah,
up,
yeah. So
if you
what do we
scroll
need
up.
to do here? What needs to get done here? What needs to be done here? Do you
Well,
know?
actually, I think the server is all set to go. We just need a node number, and I think it has to associate with an email account. And Andrew mentioned earlier that we probably need to utilize some kind of a general email address for, I guess, technical club, I guess,
Yes.
avenues, so that way we're not relying on you or someone else and their personal email to obtain certain information. So, if we, I guess what Andrew is hoping for is a general email account and switching the All Star email access over to that. So that way he can incorporate the node once it's given into the server. So, as far as I know, everything is ready to go except for the node number. And without the node
Yes.
number, we can't connect to other All-Star nodes. Not that we're, in any dire need of that right now, but
Oh, I
um,
think Andrew's ready for it. He's got um you
crowd
know,
tonight.
yes, yeah. It's amazing when the email goes out on time, huh? Okay. There we go. Do you see this now?
Yep.
So I guess all right. Um so I'll do what needs to be done here. I'm not sure. Or it no, it, I yeah, I I think Andrew may need to be involved because it has to do with the Linux hub or the
right,
Linux
it
server.
has some. He needs to be involved because he has
Yeah,
to add the node number to the server. But
yeah.
if you
See
see
that?
the bottom highlighted, it says you need to request a node number for your server. To
Oh,
request a node number, you need to log into your All-Star account. Then you can add a server to your account.
right. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Once
now I'm
you
not
add a
sure.
server, you request too, but you has to be it has to be affiliated with an email account as well. So that's what Andrew was
So
trying to
I'm
yeah, I'll
elaborate
get.
that we need to have a general email.
Oh,
just
okay.
Hey, can you
thinking.
guys hear me?
And Dave, who just logged on.
Dave,
Hello, Dave.
Hey, yeah.
WAHOO.
Dave might
Good
be
to
an
see you.
expert too.
Go ahead.
No, I am far from it. But I was just going to say,
if you're saying that Andrew is looking for a generic email address to link this to at Gmail to attach all the Unify network equipment to, and Andrew could just attach it to that same email address. I can share the login details with him.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Email address will be the email address for all of the networking equipment. Like that's where all the alerts will come from. That's the owner login admin. Now, like
Okay. Okay.
All right, and I think for that matter, Joe's probably going to have to update the All-Star account with his information on there, being the trustee of the DART of the HPARC of
okay,
W8HP. So, right, if you want to get that information over to Joe, perhaps he can
yep,
update the account and add that new email in there, so that way, with I guess a unified password too, so everybody, whoever needs it, would have the password also to access anything on All Star. So I would,
yes, perfect. They can
yeah,
do that. And
yep,
it's
they
like there's a Google Password Manager associated with it. There's a Google Drive associated with it that we can merge with the Google Drive that we're using for this project. We can just merge the two drives together. But it's
perfect.
I needed to make an email address for the equipment rather than using my email address. That didn't make sense. So that's the email address that I've been using.
Oh, great. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up because guess what I had the foresight to look into. So let me just run through this quickly because I got to remind myself, but everybody else, as long as we're here. So we go to Google, right? And we have something called the waffle, and we click on the waffle, and then you either have Gmail, YouTube, that screen there. But what we want is this down here, Google Drive. Okay, so you go to, let me get my fancy pointer out, my laser pointer as they advertise it there. So here you can see, so Google Drive. So you click on Google Drive and what happens? Oh, so yeah, so here, then you go down, share with me. So this would be your own personal My Drives and computers. So you go share with me, you select you are here, share with me, then you click on the dart, okay? And then we have all kinds of technical on-air operations, business, legal, personnel, presentations. So this is it. This is where we're keeping all this, right? Would that be correct? So if you go
That's
on tech,
actually that's quite antiquated. It's actually a lot more to it now.
is there? All right,
It's the same spot, but yep, that's where we've been generally keeping everything at.
great. So I won't take it any further than this, but I just wanted to remind us all what we're talking about. So now that I went through all that, what I do, let me just run through it quick. So technical on air. There's all this stuff, and you can go in, and here we have frequency coordination, meeting notes, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff there. Frequency meeting notes, presentations, proposals, so on. Anyway, you get the idea. So, all right, let me just go back to where we were here, just a second. But just to remind everybody, and also to remind, okay, hold on. Oh, come on, okay. All right, so if, so Dave, if I give you the information, can you do this, or do I have to do this? Either way, I'm good either way.
I think because the current account belongs to you, I think you
Okay.
need to update it as if you got a new email address, but it's going to be a group email.
All right, I will do that, and you'll send me that address. I'll take care of that here after we're off the call then. Okay, great.
Yep, no
All
problem.
right, excellent. All right, so we have that. Then what else do we have? Okay, here's some more all-star stuff. So we know we're in the right area there. All right, what was the next object? Repeater build. Oh, so the repeater build. So was hoping that Andrew was here, but he's not. But Len is here. And
Question for Dave. Dave, are you going to be able to join us Saturday morning?
Yes, I am.
excellent,
Great, great.
excellent. Hey, Dave, let me just ask you: do you have like a block diagram or something? Because I want to update the overall system diagram of what we're doing here. If you have any of that, that would be helpful, and I could get that all caught up as well.
I'll try and put something together for you tomorrow. I don't have anything. I don't have anything done like on paper. I
That's
don't have anything. It's
all
just
right.
in
You
my
know
head.
what? We can even do that on Saturday. We can walk through it, and I'll
Sure.
do it, sketch it with a pencil real quick, just and then yeah, okay, that's fine. But Len, you said Saturday works for you if we meet at Starbase 5 there,
So we're planning on Saturday morning after breakfast or at 10 o'clock or whenever you leave.
whenever we get there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll bring the spectrum analyzer and the oscilloscope and my stuff. I have some crimpers. Maybe you guys, I have a box of connectors. I don't even know what's in the box. It's left over from like some other project. But anyway, so we'll do that. So we can get
If you're going to
eh,
bring your own equipment, make sure you have your name on it in some way. So, because you know how even last time, things get scrambled up a little bit. We got them all, but it'd make it easier if we have a name on your equipment that you want to have back at least.
yeah, yeah. Well, which gets us into our other our on issue number 5. Although it says cable labels, but also the little stickers. Someone had brought this up as an excellent idea, and I know Brady labels, that's like the top of the line, but they also do an inventory sort of thing where we can get inventory stickers, and then we can also make sure that we adequately label each piece of equipment that was purchased under the grant so that years from now we can tell the difference for whatever reasons we may need to do that. But also just having it an inventory of what we have is a good idea. So yeah.
I got
So
two of these makers we can use, um, and I do have some of the tape. But anyway, I know
well
Dave said he had one, and I don't know if Andrew has one or not, but I'm sure we have plenty of these available.
well here's what I'll do. I can something like this. This is for the wires, but you can also it also it's a label maker and something like that. This is the top of the line one, but they have ones that are a little bit more economical. But this is kind of the idea. And then we have a chart that goes along. It says one end of the wire, the other end, all that sort of stuff. So we'll look at that as well. All right. Um, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, let me go back to the beginning. Where are we? So that's a repeater build. All right. The antenna installation company. So we talked last week about um, an antenna installation company because we want to get a quote.
Hey,
Now,
Joe, can we hang on a second? I see Andrew has joined us. Can we
oh, he did. Oh, excellent.
backtrack a little bit to the
Yeah,
All-Star
absolutely.
node and
Absolutely.
Dave
Thank you.
providing? Andrew, I don't know if you heard that Dave has um, made I guess, a group or Hazel Park repeater email account through Gmail, so it can be generalized. He's going to provide Joe with that email address so Joe can update the All-Star account so everyone that has privileges can access it for any All-Star information. So I think that's the direction you were inquiring about
Yeah, that
earlier
sounds
in the day,
perfect.
wasn't it? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So yes, Andrew, thanks for bringing that up. So we'll get that all squared away here. I'll take care of that tonight. We'll get that out to everybody. Also, Andrew, we were just talking about Saturday after lunch, I mean after breakfast, to meet at Starbase 5. Okay. And we'll just kind of get a reading on where we are at this very moment. Len brings up a good point, and I'd like to do this, take photos, everything documented, just kind of get caught up and kind of establish a starting point, the starting line here, and so that we can move forward on that. I'll bring the spectrum analyzer, and I have some crimpers and connector. I'm not even sure what's in the box, frankly. So anyway, and so that's so we were that's where we are. Do you have anything else you want to just mention about the rack or building the rack or what needs to be done or any thoughts you might have?
No, as far as the All-Star goes, that's all set up. Everything minus the node number. So the voting's working and the control stuff is working. So
Really?
that should be yeah, because you could do all that just set up as a private node.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not having the node numbers not really blocking us from proceeding yet. We'll just need it before, we power everything up and make it available the first time.
Okay.
But yeah, it should everything should be more or less plug and play once we get everything kind of wired together, at least the computer, the interface box, and the repeater.
Okay. All right. Very good. So we'll meet on Saturday. Also, we were talking this is off subject. We were talking about at breakfast about the presentation for this coming week or next week, I mean, for the coming membership meeting. And so I was going to work with Mike, VDZ, Mike, and I forgot what we were talking about, but he has a presentation that it was about
Yeah, the ARPSD, right?
thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. So we'll track that down as well. All right, good. All right, so we're moving along here. This is all good, all good. Um, what's next here? So antenna installation. So I found these guys. They look fine to me. The antenna men. I don't know if anybody has a preferred company, but I just want to get an estimate of commercial. If it was totally commercial, what the whole thing would cost. And you can see here. So you can see here that it seems reasonable. One of the things that caught my eye, look at this building. And I Googled it to see if I could find what building that is, but I couldn't come up with it. It's a pretty generic architectural style for the Midwest, I understand, but it looks just like our building almost. So I don't know. That's what caught my attention. But and also they do Starlink installation, which I'm very interested in, at least eventually, not initially, but anyway. So there's that. So we'll get some pricing on that. Um,
Yeah, Joe, I
You know,
recommended the antenna man last year.
oh, is that where this came from?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that's where it
Derek.
came.
That's
Yeah,
Derek in the middle. He's the owner.
is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Oh,
he's the one actually that installed Jim, the old vice president, W8DPM, his tower and Yagi that we put up there.
is that right? All right. Well,
Yeah,
then these are the guys.
he's
So,
based out of they're based out of Ann Arbor, but I know they travel.
oh,
So I don't
okay.
know. I, I'm curious. I thought you had already um,
I think you're
communicated
right.
with them.
You know what? You know what? Let me look into that. Now,
Well, you
this
might want to
all
find out where he's at because this
Um,
this condo
there,
is supposedly the Williamsburg condominiums in Arlington, Virginia.
in Arlington, Virginia. Oh, okay.
That's what AI says.
Oh, all right.
It's
Well,
a,
we'll look into it. At this point, we just want to get a price. Let's say, and I'm not saying, well, if if number one, if we want to sort the things out here in Oak Park, which we do, he can, he's a reputable company. You can see here from the webpage, and also from your personal experience. But also, if we have another location for a secondary, even receive antennas, remote receivers and things like that. Um, so we'll work closely with them. And also as part of this, and get caught up with the on our counting and that'll give us some idea on the costs that will be involved here. Now, like if we go to a public institution, like an educational institution, generally speaking, the university has their own people working, or maybe their own contractors. I don't know, but that may be a restriction. But if not, we don't know till we ask. So we'll get some information on that. The next item, and I don't have a slide for it because I was a
Let
little.
me just interrupt you for just a second, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead,
One
Larry.
thing, yeah, one thing you might consider is like some of these satellite companies um, that put up satellite dishes.
Right, right,
They are freelancers, so they may work for DirecTV most of the time, but they are freelancing with DirecTV. They're not, I don't know how to say it. They're
independent,
semi-permanent
franchise.
employees.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you have a job for them, you may get a good price for them. I don't know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they're used to doing that kind of stuff and they have the equipment.
exactly. And exactly, you're right. And this is one of those one of those possibilities. They do satellite TV as the Starlink, as you can see. Well,
Yep.
Starlink's really an internet, but right, with DirecTV and so on. But that's a good point, and that's exactly who we're looking for. People who are used to working on the ladder, like we see here. So, good point. All right. In addition to that, oh, Larry, we got you here. So, I have a note about the FirstNet services.
Yep.
FirstNet. So, I looked at it quickly. Very interesting. And I saw an advertisement on YouTube about that too, or maybe it was a YouTube short. I think that's
I
what it
saw
was.
one on actual TV.
Really? Oh,
I
okay.
don't think it was FirstNet, but it's something very similar.
Right.
And I just got a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
But that was interesting that they were actually talking about emergency conditions when everything is out and use their system to talk to whoever. Uh,
Exactly.
I did some homework on that. I think I kind of understand what uh, FirstNet does, but I don't understand exactly what we want to use them for. They are a fusion type organization that will get you in touch with anybody if you're a first responder. And I'm working on trying to find out whether the Civil Air Patrol would be interested in that, but everybody's off for the holidays.
Right.
But we'll be getting back to them. But the question is, they're talking about fundamentally about people who would be, oh, how do I want to say it? Geographically separated. But
Right.
all of our people are going to be in the Detroit area.
Well,
And
we
say again?
advertise Oakland, Macomb, Wayne, Washtenaw, I guess Lapeer. What's the other
Yeah,
one? There's another one. So we're southeastern Michigan, really?
right. So, but the question becomes, so how would we interface with some other command um, entity?
Right.
We can interface with ourselves. I know how to do that.
Right.
But
Right.
what I don't know is how to, with the information we get, what do we do with it?
Okay, so here's what I know about, and not a lot, and probably John TOY can chime in as well. But here's how I understand. In the event of, let's say, a natural disaster, a tornado or something, right? So amateur radio, so we're the eyes and ears of people to go out and spot damage. None of our people get really involved in first responding, but we're basically the safety patrol. We find out where there could be damage and report back.
Right,
So,
but that's it. Who do we report to?
well, okay. Well, and part of it is establishing a relationship with a first responder organization. And who would that relationship be?
Thank you. So eligibility for FirstNet is basically divided into two different categories. Primary users are first responders, and I think everybody knows what that is. But there are extended primary users, and that is those who support public safety. And that could be a current employee or an active volunteer with a qualified organization. So, a primary user, just to recap, would be law enforcement at the local, state, tribal, or federal level. It would be fire protection and fire services, emergency medical services, or EMS, which would extend to emergency room doctors and nurses, the 911 call dispatching center, and emergency management, also the National Guard. So emergency management would be one area, a primary user, that then we could become extended primary users.
And that's what I thought. The only problem is if who do we report to? And in looking at who we would report to, Southeastern Michigan, I would say it would have to be, you could go at the local level, like Podunk Police Department, but that's not going to get you anywhere. So you have to be at the county level.
Which is Oakland County Emergency Management, or Macomb County Emergency Management, or Wayne County Emergency.
Right.
Correct.
So
correct.
The key is, how do we tie all of those together? All those three counties together. And that says that there has to be an EOC somewhere that we don't know even exists right now.
Can I interrupt just for 1 second?
No, they exist. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you. Larry, so I listened to what you said about the information that you found out, and I'm not sure whether possibly you misunderstood or possibly you were looking at the wrong thing, but FirstNet is a cell phone service, just like Verizon,
Correct.
T-Mobile, AT&T, and FirstNet. Just FirstNet rides on the AT&T towers. They are like separately maintained, their battery backups, and they are the first to come back up again if the service was to go out. And my thought was, for our remote receive sites that we can't get a point-to-point link to for whatever reason, such as the water tower or whatever, we can look into that when it comes time. But basically, to get a hotspot on a cell phone plan from FirstNet to keep our remote receive up was my thought.
Okay, and that makes sense in the sense that what I was looking at was, okay, all the things you said is correct, but I did look into that also.
Okay.
If everything goes down, theoretically, we're still up. But if everything goes down, then all the cell phones are down. And if the cell phones are down, then theoretically, we're still up. So who do we report to?
Right.
The second part of that is what my thought was in looking into it. We need to build our infrastructure. For example, we need to be autonomous. If everything goes down, we still collect the information, and when things come back up, we can report it to whoever. But right now, and the way I figured it was, we could use the VHF for our primary, and when things went to hell in a wheelbarrow, then we could go to the UHF, change the PL code, and now we are independent, still collecting information, still capable of transmitting it to whoever we need to transmit it to.
Right, but this new system does not include a UHF link at all.
It doesn't need to. It just that's our system, internal system. We could reverse that and say, okay, use the UHF as our primary and then the VHF as our EOC. But we need to establish our EOC so that we can ship our information to whoever.
Right. We need to,
because our stuff has to be filtered. It can't just be Joe
Right.
Blokes saying whatever without real knowledge. As a EOC commander when I was in the military, the first report of whatever is going on is fact. Everything after that is maybe. For example, an airplane crash. That's a fact. There were 75 survivors or there were 75 deaths. No, not in the first 2 or 3 hours, because all that's going to change. So we need to be able to verify when we transmit something that it is in fact fact. The first thing is going to be accurate, but everything after that is going to be fuzzy. And if we're going to be good about what we're doing, we have to be able to verify before we transmit to our higher headquarters that what we just said is true. And believe me, I've been on something like 21 aircraft accidents and chemical stuff. The first reports are accurate. Everything after that for the first couple hours is questionable.
right.
So we have to be able to make sure when we upchannel it, it is fact.
And that's what,
And then the question is, who do we upchannel it to?
so that's exactly what our presentation on a week from Wednesday, I think should address. And so I'll get with Mike, VDZ Mike, right? And we'll talk exactly about that. You're right, because we haven't really established a route other than making the repeater available. We haven't quite gone much beyond that. So that would be the next step, and that's a perfect question to ask. I do want to say one thing. So one of the things that I'm wondering about, you could see this picture on the right. This is a Starlink antenna. So that too, I mean, if there was a local outage because we would have satellite internet, then the satellite internet would always be there. So that's the other thing to think about too. But I'll get with Mike on that, and we'll have some good conversation on a week from Wednesday, or the second one, whatever it is. I think it's the 15th or something, or 14th. Well, let me check right now, actually.
And I have read the FirstNet things. One of my biggest problems, I think, is maybe I don't understand what HRPC is trying to do, so I can marry the two together.
Exactly.
So I need to know.
So I can tell you. So what it is, our remote receives are going to receive on VHF, and the outbound is going to be IP. It's going to be Internet Protocol, whether it's over the internet, whether it's over a private point-to-point link, whether it's over a node, however it's transmitted, it is transmitted digitally, as opposed to using the UHF RF links site to site that we have done up until this point.
Right.
And so what we're looking for is for the sites that we can't get an internet connection at, or that we can't get a private point-to-point link between the two, we are looking for a solution for an internet service. So we could do Starlink. I believe that the monthly subscription for Starlink is prohibitively expensive, but I'm not at all sure. It could have changed between the last time I looked at it and today. I have no idea how much it is, the monthly subscription to Starlink. And so what I brought up FirstNet for was to see if we were able to get a reasonably priced portable or mobile internet connection through a hotspot that we could connect to our remote receive.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. FirstNet's not totally free, so the question then becomes, how many people are going to be our core people that we pay for?
Right.
No,
And
no. I'm not talking about a cell phone service. I'm talking about just getting a hotspot, a cellular internet connection.
Right.
through
Right.
FirstNet.
Through FirstNet, correct? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I guess that's what we need to sit down and go through it so we understand.
Well,
So
sure, I can absolutely do that.
yeah,
I just didn't have the time to find out whether we as a club qualified or whether we needed to try and sneak in under somebody else's account or whatever. I just didn't. The end of year and beginning of the year, like December to January, for me and work is bananas. And I just didn't have the time to do it. And I just was wondering if somebody else could find out if we even would qualify for it.
yeah. Well, and
I
what
can
you just
speak
said
in,
is
I can speak into that.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It's Mark again, KB8UNX. So the first thing we would have to get is a signed letter from the served public safety agency head. And I would say most likely this would probably be through the Oakland County Amateur Radio Public Service Corps, which would be Mike, KD8 ATK, or the head of Oakland County Emergency Management there, Tom Hardesty. Then we would use that letter to request an online account and affiliation code through a FirstNet solutions consultant. And then it's just as simple as the verification process, whether it's online at firstnet.com or you can even walk into an AT&T store at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark, that's awesome. That's fantastic information. Thank you.
Yeah, so this falls under ARES, Amateur Radio Emergency Service.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, this is great. All right. All good information. It occurred to me when you said AT&T, I saw the advertisements on the football game over the weekend. They advertised. So yeah, they're pretty mainstream, it seems to me. So
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get more information on that, and we'll have it's on the 14th. There's a membership meeting,
Yeah.
so we'll have more to say.
Yeah.
So last thing is, if you follow that process, you wind up getting a SIM card, and you should be all set.
Do we still use SIM cards? You
In
mean
the
like
whatever equipment that you use for your hotspot.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay.
That's fantastic news that it looks like provided those agencies or agency would give us the letter that we would then qualify. And then at that stage, we can find out how much it would be.
I did some research on the cable wiring and equipment inventory and stuff like that. So we talked about that, and I'll look into this, and we'll have something ready. I don't know if we'll have it by Saturday, but we'll get something lined up here soon. The next issue. Okay, so the next item that I want to talk about, I don't have a slide for it, but so I sent a letter out to Oakland University, to the professor there, and well, it's only Monday, so we'll give it a week or so, and I'm optimistic that we might hear something back by this time next week, and we'll see if they'd be open to at the very least providing a remote receiver, a location for the remote receiver for us, or anything beyond that. The one thing that did occur to me, where we are now, we have emergency power. The whole building's on backup generator. My guess, and it's only a guess, I have no idea. I don't know that a backup generator would be available out there, but we'll find that out. So that's just one of the pros and cons for all that. So we expect to we expect to have more information hopefully by next week. If I don't hear by Friday, I will make a few phone calls and start. But I want to give them a chance to settle in. It's a new semester. They're getting ready to go. So we'll give them a few days to check that out for us. The next side, the grant spending update. I don't have any information on that, although now that I'm going to go through the shared server, and we'll see what is there and what needs to be documented in terms of where our spend is exactly right now, and then that associated with the estimated cost of antenna work. We'll see where we stand on the balance there. The rack layout. So back to Andrew. I don't know if you probably not, but have you had any more thoughts about the rack layout? I mean, this is something we'll focus on Saturday. Trying to get that sorted out. Do you have any news or any other thoughts that you've had over time there, Andrew? Also, we have to anyway. So we'll get that checked out. We'll get that checked out. So
Joe,
the rack layout, yeah.
Andrew posted the rack layout last week and provided the link that's on the Dart drive on the Google Drive. So you can go there and you can look at the layout that Andrew uploaded with the labeling of every wire, and not only labeled but color coded. So yeah, is that what you're talking about? We went over that last week.
Yeah. Oh, we did.
We also were talking about asset tags, and I don't think you mentioned you got this label maker up there, but we were talking about asset tags and serial numbering the equipment. And there's different types of asset tags out there. So
you're right.
I'm still waiting for a response on that email if you want to go the Avery asset tag route or if you want to go another way. If you go Avery, you have to have a laser printer. I do have a laser printer. If you're going to use an online printing service, they're going to charge you a per piece price as opposed to a label that we can print multiple with the same barcode and serial number or QR code, whatever we want to put on it. You can customize any asset tag at that point. But I don't know. Did you give any more thought to the asset tag email that I sent?
I think you're exactly spot on. And I got a little confused. Brady and what was your company again? Avery. Yeah, Brady and Avery. I got them mixed up. You're right. Brady makes cable labels and Avery makes the inventory tags. So thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. So
yeah, Al posted a pretty good solution to our problem. I responded with what I was going to do. From Amazon, you can get custom made labels. You just buy a roll of 50 and it starts at 0001. And you can customize whatever you want on it. But then Al said the printer that he posted, you can actually print barcodes and numbers. So like if we want to go that, I mean, I think it's much of a muchness, whether we buy a roll of asset tag stickers or whether we print them as we need them. But there's an email. I know you're on it. I'm on it, and Al is on it, and I'm not sure who else is on it. But he posted about a printer.
I'm looking forward as we speak. I was hoping to get it before you were finished, but you're quicker than I am here.
While you're looking, can I just ask Andrew one quick question? Andrew, for Saturday, do you have a rack shelf or do you need a rack shelf?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think there's just one that I'm aware of.
And is that what you need, just one?
Well, we need the slide out for the laptop too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, we don't need that for Saturday though.
Oh, no, not for Saturday.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Or do we have other rack shelves available?
I have one in my home lab that I could pull out and bring it on Saturday if we needed a rack shelf. But I just wanted to know if there was one, and if you needed one, and if you need another one. I guess the question is, do I need to pull the one out of my home lab and bring it with?
No, I think we should have the one, right?
Okay.
Yes, I
That's
took it off the other rack there, and
okay.
I have it already set next to the cabinet. So
Perfect.
I would say, Dave, hang on to one you have, and if we find we need it, then we'll have to do something from there. But no use you taking it out and then not needing it here. I
Sure
don't
thing.
think.
All right. And I'll bring my dual lock and the spool of Velcro with me on Saturday as well, so we can start doing some management.
Okay, I'm trying to see if here.
That might be probably a good idea to have it, but we'll be doing really well if we get everything in place. Then we'll know what cables we need after that.
See you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Andrew. Talk to you later.
Oh, Andrew, oh, you gone? All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, he had to drop.
Oh, okay, great. All right, I'm glad. I'm glad he's able to get in. I just had a picture of the rack itself, but then I clicked on it and it seems to have vanished. Give me a second if I could find it. If not, we'll just move on. But okay, so the rack shelf, good point. And most of the equipment is rack mounted. It has mounting ears on it, but there's a lot of stuff, networking equipment, sometimes switch, a switch or a router or something. And yeah, for sure, I'm sure we would need some sort of a rack shelf there. Let's move on. Boy, I just had it here. All right, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. And then fine. Oh, so and that's it. That's all that I have actually at this time. Can we want to go around and let me see. Let's just go around and see does anybody have anything they want to add? I know Lester, you have anything, any observations
Go
or
ahead and turn your share off,
any
Joe.
input for us?
Yeah, the AARL was on Ham Nation, and this is the year of the club, 2026, and they are looking for articles of what our club's doing. So maybe somebody wants to write up something and submit it to the AARL.
Oh, Les, that's a great idea. That's right up my alley. Yeah, okay. All right, for sure. Thank you for that. The ARRL, the year of the club, and
Yeah,
we
this is the
certainly
year of the
have.
club.
I think we have a great project going on here and could come up with a really nice article. So, great. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Marv, how are you doing? Anything?
Can you
Anything?
put the agenda back up?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. Hold on.
While you're
Okay.
doing that, I just replied all to that email to move that label maker email back to the top of your inbox, Joe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me I must have closed my Outlook here.
One other thing for your broad shoulders, Joe.
Yeah.
This is 2026.
How about that? Huh? How about that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It usually takes a week or two, but I
Yeah.
eventually do get caught up there. So there we go.
That's okay, because last week it was still 2025. I had to make a little
Uh,
correction on the screen.
Oh my gosh.
If you watch the first part of the video,
Oop,
you announced it as 2026, so I made a little
I
comment
did.
on the screen.
Oh, right. Got it.
Just a humorous
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a thing on YouTube about how when they sent one of the Mars rovers to Mars, but the European Space Agency uses centimeters, we use inches, and things got mixed up, and
It
same
crashed.
sort of thing here. So we want to keep the years straight. As long as it doesn't say 2024, then I know we're relatively
Yeah.
current. So good, good.
Well, you changed that date as quick as the voter counts did last election, so very good at that. So next week, Joe, can we move item number 7 up to number 1? And let's get an idea. Somehow maybe Bob can join us,
Bob,
perhaps.
I have to get with Bob and have to I have to go on the web on the website, yeah. But
Okay.
and I'll get Bob. Maybe Bob can even join us on one day. Do they have a class? Maybe they have a class
They
today.
have a
Maybe.
class.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Bob
can't
would.
join us.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe if everybody wants to make up a list of everything that they think that we might still need, and then we can present it at next week's meeting, and then we can have an idea, perhaps,
A
as to
better
how much.
idea after Saturday.
Okay,
Yes.
yep, right, yep. So
Saturday.
that way
Yeah.
we'll be able to have an idea as how much more we need to budget out of that, the final tally of whatever it is. So I know there's a lot in there, and we, want to spend it before we lose it or have to give it back. I don't think that would be the case. It sounds like, from what I see, as long as we're spending it wisely, and not just sitting on it and not doing nothing with it. Looks like they're giving us some leniency, hopefully. So,
Yeah.
but we do want to do it wisely. So perhaps we can go back and get another grant and start another site, right? So
Yes.
we
Yes.
want to we want to keep
Yes.
on the good side.
Well, just
Absolutely.
just to let you
Absolutely.
just to let you know, January 1st is price correction. Anything you buy now is going to cost more.
Okay.
The retailers raise their prices January 1st.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Listen, the
just
sooner the better, without a doubt.
and you're gonna let me know about the asset tags, that email. What you want to do about that?
I think we want to move ahead with it. I think absolutely.
Well, look at the email. I don't know
Yeah,
if
get the email.
somebody
I'll respond. I'll respond.
wants to
Okay.
order them and ship it to my house, use the club account, I guess, and I
Okay.
can print them up.
Okay. Great. Okay. So I will order the tags, the inventory tags, order the tags for cable tags, um, in addition to the other things that we talked about.
Did Andrew mention that we needed cable tags? I don't know if that was a topic or not. I know he had cable identification charts made, and he
Yeah.
had, certain color coded cable that he has used or is using, and everything is documented on the Dart Drive, on the Google Dart Drive. Um,
Right.
Still
I
want to tag everything though.
Right, and I don't know. London City had a tag maker there. You could probably utilize that. It looks like that tag maker
It's
you
a
had there,
label
Joe's
maker.
label
It's a
maker.
label maker.
Yeah, the one that Joe showed was pretty darn expensive. I don't
Yeah.
know if
That
that's
that was
really
over the
necessary or not.
that was yeah, that's top of the line. I mean, that's
Well,
if you're when they start building the AI center there in Saline, that's the kind of cable tag machine they'll be using, I'm sure.
So here's the punchline, Joe.
Yes.
The one that was pictured on the screen on one of your slides this evening.
Yes.
I own one.
Oh, do you really? No kidding. Yeah,
The
the
M10.
brand.
I own the M10.
Do you really? Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's a good.
so you don't need to purchase that now. All I need is the supplies for
Oh,
we'll just purchase however many tapes.
yeah, that's perfect. Oh, yeah, we
So
can.
we can
Yeah,
save some money there. Okay.
yeah. So we get probably two rolls, at least 2 or 3 rolls. So when you go down to one, we have one more, and then we can
well, they
order.
come in different colors. If you look, you can get
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
different
it's
colors.
it's an amazing machine. You can even get stuff that dissolves. Like they use it for surgeries.
Oh,
It's
really?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
the thing's incredible.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No
Oh,
wonder
good.
why my arteries are gumming up.
We were just talking about that. All right. Well, before we get too gummed up here, anybody have anything else? If not, I will close this session of the Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club ARDC Grant Weekly Update for Monday, January 5th, 2026. 2026.